Oh, hello. The old Grandmaster would lean over in his chair, looking like a fishman from some Lovecraftian horror movie, and whisper in my ear, "Your name will be Sludgy, and there will come a great talent. He shall be Acerbate. He will come with tactical and strategic talents, knowledge of coordination. He'll be the greatest chess viewer that the world has ever seen." That's what that's what he told me back in 1998. All right. Anyway, just between you guys and me, the great one will come. I won't be baited. You shall not be baited. Thou shalt not be baited. Acerbated you will be, but I shall not be baited. Sack draw. Nedog, I would time you out, but then I have to wait, can I time you out? Or do I have to reinstall you as a mod if I do that? Nedog's higher rated than Zen Chess. Jesus Christ. Maybe Zen's just been watching too many podcasts. Time to start focusing on chess, bro. If Nedog is getting up ahead of you. Book Koala is in trouble, no? I think they're in trouble. Stefano 8, Impure King, R. Brenton, Richard. Acerbate and Miyamoto Musashi. Can't stop thinking about Mushi pork. Alright. Well, we've got 15 minutes to go. I wanted to get this thing started in time this week because I don't have an overlapping lesson. Usually, the reason why I moved this stream a little bit later was I had to fit in a lesson right before the stream. This week, that student is playing, so I could start a little earlier or on time, shall we say. So, a real sacrifice involves a radical change in the character of a game, which cannot be effected without foresight, fantasy, and a willingness to risk. Leonid didn't talk like that, so that's probably translated from the Russian. I was, honored to get to play Shamkovich back in 1998. Probably what was his last serious tournament. So that's kind of cool. I really don't think he played again after that. He finished the bottom of a round robin we had at the Marshall Chess Club in 1998. But I remember him, still being pretty strong when I was a kid. When I first started playing chess around 1980, 86, Shamko could still play. But by 98, he was pretty much totally done. But anyway, he told me the secret about the coming of Acerbate. All right, so we've got 10 players thus far. You're good. Alt Fantasy. I'll talk to Nedog about that. He's good with the alt dot whatever. Yeah, guys. So last week before I go to Poland to play in the World Senior Team Championship. So please consider donating your organs to our fundraiser. It's never too late. We're at 2030. I wouldn't mind getting to master by Monday or by Sunday night when we do the simul. Do I hear 2,200 national master? Because I'm broke. I'm seriously broke. I have just enough money, thanks to you guys. I have just enough money to pay like the costs for going to Krakow, and I'm like down to my like credit basically. I'm gonna if you donate beer money, I'll have money to go to get a beer. But I mean, I really am absolutely like tapped out. The poorest I've ever been in a long time until I can sell my apartment. All right. Anyway, would be appreciated if anyone wants to donate. Thank you very much. You can do that on this Twitch page, obviously. Now that you've been very generous. Masturbate. Sanchez, I haven't gotten to your video yet. Can I just throw in like a podcast instead of doing analysis, Sanchez? What if I just make like a liberal political podcast for you instead? Would you like that? I'll be like the anti Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, Nylon Mask. Would that make you happy? All those in the heartland, Heartlanders love my Cornhuskers love my political view. All right, so yeah, don't bait me today. All right, we're just here to have some fun. Sparkle Horse, Sex Electron, Net, still just 10 players. What's going on? Nobody has joined since I started the stream. That's weird. Did you know that Neuralink patient? Yeah. Yeah, and he's like using it to advertise for chess.com, of course. Of course he is. Because of course he is. You know, he's playing on chess.com. So thus far, you have to bring it up, right? Because if he was playing on lichess, yeah. Make sure we promote chess.com a little bit here. But that was, I don't know. I mean, I heard that like 2 months ago. That's not new news, you know. There was something about video games. All right. It's all conspiracy. He's not really even handicapped, that guy, you know. We could make up conspiracy theories. What evidence do we have? What evidence do we have? Do we really have that this so-called Neuralink patient is even like paralyzed in the first place? You know, let's make some conspiracy theories. All right. Zen Chess in his free time is a Reddit mod. My kids are always making fun of people being like Reddit mods. Nedog is actually a Reddit mod, I bet. Masturbate tip 1232. Bring us up to 20, 42, 32. 42, 32. 204232. That's going to freak out the people with OCD. Like, when Discombobulator gets here, he's going to lose it. 2042-32. If ChessCon didn't monopolize chess, online chess, a better company could have come along. Well, that was the same. It would have been the same case with like ICC. You could argue the same thing. So if Boeing goes out of business because like everyone wants to take them down, will another company just come along and be the next Boeing automatically? I was wondering about that. Or did they just like All these people who are like suing Boeing are like destroying the biggest like airline producer in the world and just benefiting like Airbus and taking a lot of jobs away from, well, the lawyers that are like helping people sue Boeing are the ones that are really benefiting. But I'm just asking a question: is taking down Boeing really, if it wasn't Boeing who like killed a lot of people, it would just be another company, right? All right, you get the point. People need jobs so they can like indirectly like be incompetent and kill lots of people. And if it wasn't them, it would be other people doing those jobs where they indirectly kill a lot of people by being incompetent. Or the managers. Right. The people must be killed. It's not only a question of who, Nedog. It's a question of who and how and when, right? All the people must be killed. There are more than one question. Who, how, what is it? Who, how art thou? Who, how, when, and why. Why doesn't matter. It's just because. All right. No, I just thought about it yesterday. Of course, the lawyers are the ones that are like lawyers and private equity are the best things ever. Insurance companies too. No, I think we should just should eliminate lawyers, private equity, and insurance companies and just have like anarchy, honestly. All right. So Asterbait has tipped 1232. Guys, seriously, let's play some chess and not be baited by Zen chess into off-topic discussions about political matters. My streams are only 3 seconds behind reality. It's another dimension. Another dimension. Another dimension. Right, Neta? Guys, how do we still have just 10 players? I don't understand. I've been waiting here for like 10 minutes and no one has joined. That's a bad sign. So either you're in or you're not in. There's no one coming now. The tournament's even in the lichess. Okay, maybe we have people requesting to join the team. Let's check. Is anyone requesting to join the team? Can we get a team link, please? Has anyone been banned lately? Would you like to be? I have no one requesting to join the team. Strangely. Oh, we got 11. And then there was 11. Page 2. Starting in 3 minutes. Dinekis has joined. That was, the other one was, oh, another dimension. Yeah, last time it was Intergalactic. It's the same song. The song remains the same. Now we're making a Led Zeppelin reference. From Beastie Boys to Led Zeppelin. Yeah, that's a pretty big stretch, but they're both geniuses. Both brilliant. Okay, guys, let's see if we can reach Master. The goal, the unofficial stream goal is 2200. I'm not surprised. I'm not sure if I specifically realized that. I probably subconsciously put that together. Is there anything they like didn't sample? All right, but both are wonderful. We're wonderful artists, and yeah. All right. Guys, Nedog, don't let him win the tournament, alright? There's only prizes for the top 3. I'm actually hoping, like, I could win a prize. I wasn't thinking about it. There's actually some prizes at the World Senior Team Championship. Probably, like, top 5 teams or something. So maybe, I'm just guessing. Maybe just top 3. But I'm hoping, like, top 5, because our team is seeded 5th. If there's 5 prizes, that would be cool. You know what the problem with playing in a team tournament is? With 4 players, you only get 4 divided by 4. You only get 1/4 of the prize. The worst is if you like have to have an alternate. Then you have to like split the prizes 5 ways. On the positive side, I don't have a backer, so I mean you guys are my backers. So if we win a prize, it's like going into the slush fund. Poker beer. Political donation slush fund. No. I don't make political donations, even for people that I support. Don't have enough money for that. Alright, guys. I did donate to Wikipedia, though. And degenerate poker players. Well, not donations, but anyway. Loans. Savings and loan. The whole board plus. Speaking of Julian Assange. Oh, now we get a notification. I don't want to donate to Julian Assange's plight, but alright, drown the clown. Guys, I gotta get open link in new window. I gotta get this person. Cold Gold. You wait until the tournament starts to send me a request to join the team. Interesting. Oh! Should we do the Petrov? No. Yes? No. Yes? Yes. No, but I haven't been doing the Petrov. I've been doing like the 2 nights, or whatever it is. 3 nights. 3 nights. 4 nights. It's the 3 or 4 nights. Is he Cold Gold? How was he like here before but not on the team? That's weird. Been getting this like I don't know what it is, like a stress headache the last couple of days since the 16-hour poker session Saturday night. Yeah. Yeah, Rapid is a lot longer than Meaningless Bullet. Yeah, so this is what Adam. Oh, Nedok, do you remember? Did you ever know Adam Bemperad? He is a pretty strong player who used to hang out at Harvard Square, but not often. Like he was close to master strength, let's say 2180. He said he was good friends with Olga. Do you remember Olga? One of Olga's slaves or something like that, but all right. But anyway, that's nice. It's nice when somebody you know, well, anyway, like you, like him. It's rare that I make a connection with someone here online, as well as, someone online who came from, the real world, is what I'm saying. So I've only got a handful of people on the stream. Nedog, Uber driver, now Adam. You know, I mean, I could name on one hand like the amount of players really who are regulars or have been regulars on my stream who I've met first in real world. So against another player here, I like castled in pretty much the same position. I castled and black hit me with d5. You have to play knight to d5 here. This is not an exciting opening, but at the same time, we avoid exchanges, which is obviously good if you want to win. Now, a very principled move by black. Clearly, is he threatening? Are you threatening me? Mm-hmm. Interesting. So I could try to take the dark square bishop. Alternate plan is this. I'm gonna have to be more specific. Bro, cold gold. I don't know, dude. You're asking me if it's sarcasm. Gonna have to be more specific. There's a delay, and when I say something, oh. Yeah, right. Drown the Clown is playing this knight b8, which seems a bit weird. Yeah, it's a kind of is it sarcasm or just what's the difference between sarcasm and being facetious? I have a feeling that though a lot of people treat those words as like synonyms, that there may be a subtle difference. But maybe I'm wrong. I need to speak to a linguistic expert. I'll need to speak to a linguistic expert, please. Okay. Our opponent is very solid and likes trading pieces. The internet has trouble with sarcasm. Cold gold. And a lot of people who are too literal have trouble with it. Like one of my poker playing friends. It's like everything falls flat. I'm very facetious all the time. And he like takes everything everyone says literally. The mobility of the knight is obviously very critical. What if I were to play knight f5? Shamkovich. Speaking of Leonid, my first memory of Leonid was of him playing in 1986. He's the one who has the quote in the tournament. My first memory is like the first real tournament I went to, which was the New Jersey Open. I was playing in the booster section, but Chamkovich, Arthur Bisgeyer, and you know, a handful of Benko was there. I think like three GMs. And they were like gods. They seemed like gods. I was like in awe of Benko and Shamkovich and Art Bisgeyer. And then the second time I saw Shamkovich was much later. We never played, And I remember going to the Pittsburgh Open, which wasn't really a big tournament, but there were a handful of strong players. It was 1991, and Kudrin was there, and Shamkovich was there, and he had a Roy Lopez with white, where Leonid. It wasn't a four knights. It was Spanish, but Leonid had one of those like Spanishes where you gotta like put your knight on h6, and it just sort of hangs out there. And I was like, it makes you nervous, I was always like, how do you know when it's good to like just leave your knight on h6 in one of these like kind of positions? I thought it was cool. And the last time I tried to do that, I got my ass handed to me. My knight surprisingly got trapped on h6. Would you believe it? Just my luck. The best is like when your knight is on h6 and black has a pawn on h5. That way, like, there's no way out, Cold Gold versus Drown the Clown. I'm looking forward to that matchup. Cold Gold Clown. Dr. Tits. No Germans here today. What's going on? This place is no fun without Germans. Germans get a bad rap for having no sense of humor, but I like it when Discombobulator's here, and even Mr. Slow has. What's up? Another Jordan Quest? No. This looks like a really promising position. His knight on b8 is killing it. God, you're killing it, man. Oh, he's got a trick. I feel it coming already. How about knight g5? Knight h4? I know what he's going to do. I know his cheesy little mind works. Damn, Cold Gold, you're totally spamming the chat. Nobody else is here, and you guys are letting him dominate the chat like that? I can't believe it. How can you guys let him do that to you? Have a little more traffic in the chat here. Totally, the tournament, this always happens because people are playing and they don't like to type chat. I love knight b8 move. He did that so you can play rook a7. It just seems like you're spamming because you're the only person in chat. What I need are like bots. It never occurred to me till now. It's never occurred to me till now that I really ought to like make my own bots just to talk on my own channel. This is such a good position for white. Yeah, it's a small field, so you're gonna have to wait a little. And if you're impatient, that's bad. By the way, I should have berserked, but I'm not warmed up yet. Okay. I think we ought to take this. Another implant. Another dimension. Another dimension. Baby. How do you like your dark squares? Medium? Medium well? Or well done? Thanks for the quick game. Oof. Yeah, backward compliment. Thanks for losing fast. I really wanted to go to the room and spend some time with my girlfriend. That would hurt if you like lose. If someone said that. Oof, this D5 is. Yeah, there's only one way to handle this situation. One way. It's my way or the highway. Oh shoot. Yeah, this is okay. It's okay. It's okay. You took with the knight. Oh my god. Now I have to answer a question. Am I playing bishop f4? There's too many good moves in this position. Knight g7. The time that Gingy did that to me. It always hurts when they second knight on the middle pawn. Because you're like, oh shit, what happened to my pawn? What happened to my pawn chain? I hate when that happens. Bishop f4. It's just too hard to decide. Oh, wow. Do you ever consider, like, calculating? I guess not. Alright. He's in the, like, I think he belongs to the, Richard the Third school where we don't calculate. Not you, Richard. The someone on Sound School. I don't think that Drown the Clown plays a lot of 15-0 games. Maybe it would behoove him to do more. But to make that move without calculating, like instantaneously, seems like a very strange decision. You've got 8 minutes to think about it, and you like instantaneously play the move. Believe it or not, I don't think Drown the Clown is a 5-year-old. But no matter what I do, people never listen to me. So that's why I keep streaming. In case you guys, this is sarcastic, but it's also kind of true. I just can't get the message across, you know? People are just noobs. Like, you cannot, they will not listen. The Asterbate, for example, he's very stubborn, but he slowly listens. We're seeing a very gradual, I see a very gradual learning from Asterbate. Drown the Clown just is like gonna remain the same. One of those people who just will remain the same no matter what. No matter how many times you tell him, he's not gonna listen. I'll do what I want to do. I'm a troubled teenager. I'll do what I want to do. Like Cartman from South Park. I'm a 14-year-old grandma. Queen A7. Now that's what you should have thought of before. You should have thought of that already before. Now you're thinking of it. You found it. Very resourceful. But, you know, what if it wasn't there? You know, what if you didn't have that move? Big question. You'd be in a lot of trouble. Now, it's not so simple. All right. I love my position. but may not be that easy. Looking at queen f2, bishop takes e5, knight d6. There's so many options here, but I can't leave. Yeah, I shouldn't leave d4 hanging. Knight d6 doesn't work. Breaking the pin with queen f2 or bishop e3. Obviously, king h1 needs to be considered as well. Maybe that's the simplest solution. Simple isn't necessarily better. But bishop e3. Bishop e3, knight c4. How about something strategic? Maybe I don't do any of that and just play rook d1. It's just, it is what it is. It's a pawn sacrifice. I'm just sacrificing a pawn. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know, he had knight f3 check. He may have thought he had knight f3 check, by the way. And then missed, like, queen f3, winning a piece. I think that could have been, like, a big part of it. Yeah, queen f2, knight g7. The problem with knight g7, he has queen takes d4 check. Knight g7 actually, yeah, knight g7 was interesting, but I didn't see anything clear. I was looking at knight g7, king g7, bishop h6 check. But I lose a piece, you know? So I figured, why not complete my development? There's no way that white doesn't have a strong attack here. So my evaluation would be at least slightly better for white, or full compensation for sacrificed pawn. Okay. The most solid, what appears to be the most solid choice now, yeah, I don't want to give him my bishop, really. We have a very strong presence. I feel a very strong presence. I'm feeling a very strong presence in the room. On the king's side. It's evil. Something evil. There's an evil presence around. Nah, he did that. Uh-huh. Well, time is really becoming a factor. It's 15-0. I've got to admit, like, I've been playing the time like it was more of an increment game, and this could come to favor him now. So it's just a position. No tactics, nothing fancy. At this point, it's just a position. White is better. Little better. Little better. Mm-hmm. We're a little better. Billy. Ooh, those possible combos. There's still possible combos. I like h6. It weakens your king side. Don't lose a pawn. I like the f5 square. I learned this from Masturbate. Just beautiful coordination of the white pieces. Centralization and coordination. I'm threatening knight f7. But I don't think I'm threatening bishop takes h6. But I also have knight f5, which is not a bad square either. d4 check, queen d4 check. Hasn't really been a thing since rook d1. That was a thing before rook d1. Now, not so much. Now, no longer a thing. Queen d7. He played it anyway. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boopy doop. So glum. Oh, he loves this. Couldn't lose a pan. Couldn't lose a pan if he tried. He couldn't lose a pawn. Don't panic. He's going to trade right into Lost Ending. The Land of the Lost. Land of the Lost. You guys like The Land of the Lost? One of my favorite TV shows of all time. Not the cheesy. Ah. Can you hold this as black? What are you? Against Bobby Fischer? Fishire. Against Edmar Mednes? Damn it. You. That's just distracting to offer a draw there. That's like bad. Really bad form. It's really bad form to offer a draw there, dude. I mean, that was like distracting. That's just ugly. All right. I'd rather lose than draw that, honestly. This is not fair. I would never accept a draw there. It's like flashing, you know, this draw curve flashes up, like when I have like 10 seconds on the clock. Totally distracted me, like froze me for 2 seconds. But don't do that, you know. Don't do that. They're like offering a draw. If I'm better, I'll offer a draw. It's weird to be like worse and offer a draw. Like a distraction technique or something. You're down upon the whole endgame and then you offer me a draw, thanks. What is this? This is not fair. That's a weird name. I'm gonna trust this, but Nafidov in first place, of course. Most people are more likely to accept a draw. Well, you're both in mutual time pressure with like 10 seconds left. It's distracting to offer a draw. It's very simple, you know? It's a very common technique. When you're down to like 10 seconds in a blitz game, you don't offer a draw. Like, unless it's like rook versus rook or something that's like a dead draw. I don't know. I think it's just weird. If you're the worst player and you're worse the whole game, to offer a draw when you both have like 10 or 15 seconds left, it's just a strange thing to do. I mean, it seems like a concrete distraction technique, you know? If it just gains you 2 seconds, it's not fairness sex that draw. I mean, if it's a tactic that gains like a second or two on the clock, it's dirty, you know? Just let the game be the game. Don't do this distracting crap. I'm trying to concentrate, and suddenly it's all like this orange thing popping up, you know? Probably I could have traded all the pawns off and made a draw if I haven't gotten distracted, but maybe not. I'm just not playing like sudden death time controls like that guy. You know, I'm just not used to adapting. So I get cold gold the next game. Oh, that's weird. Yo, maybe you can offer a draw when there's like a minute left or something. But don't do it while the other opponent, you know, is like down to seconds. I mean, every second counts there. He could have offered a draw, maybe like I still don't love it, but maybe when we're not really down to like no time, and I wouldn't say it's like a distraction technique, you know. I have this problem that I'll go through the game and then at some points realize it's sudden death, and sometimes I think it's still increment, you know, because all I do is play increment all the time. So in the same game, I can think it's like I can be aware of the fact that it's sudden death, then forget that it's sudden death for a time, and actually then rethink I'm playing increment, and then start to think it's like, you know, so I can switch back and forth like between thinking I'm getting increment or not, like in the same game. I think that's what happened there. I realized it was sudden death, and then I forgot it was sudden death at the end again for like the second time in the same game. But you know, you play a lot of games at a certain time control. I'm playing a lot of 3+2 tourneys. We've only played once, and it was a draw. Oh my god. Tourneys. Mm-hmm. This is not going to be a good tournament for me. Yeah, let's not talk about it during the game, okay? Just please don't have a conversation with me while we're trying to play. Don't really like having conversation with my opponent in the chat while I'm playing them. To be quite honest with you. Old gold. I'm already pretty pissed about the first game. It's really gross. I mean, to lose a game where you're better the entire game with no losing chances is pretty disgusting. To a guy whose only goal is to draw or try to win on time. It's just heartbreaking. I was like an iceberg the whole game, evaluation wise. And maybe it's a draw, maybe I'm winning at the end. Toward the end. But the guy never had any winning chances the entire game, and I lose on time after he offers a draw with like 8 seconds left. Whatever. I'd rather lose than draw at that point. I don't want to draw. If I wanted to draw, I would have offered a draw. I'd rather lose, frankly. It's pretty disgusting that I couldn't win that position. How does Nefedov already have like 10 points? He's not that fast, and usually he doesn't even like arrive on time for these tournaments. How did he get so many pairings already? And what did he do? Play Acerbate 3 times? I'm just gonna time you out till the game is over. Like if I time Cold Gold out for like 15, 10 minutes or whatever, then he can't talk about the game while we're playing. I don't want to talk to my opponent in the stream, while we're playing. I don't mind looking at the other chat, but Yeah, I hate this like offering draws and blitz shit, man. What is it? A rated? It's like an unrated blitz game. Why do we have to offer draws? What's that about? B4. Speaking of rook b8. Oh yes, bishop h3. If it's bishop h3, it's for me. I guess I can put my rook on c7. But I don't see any future for it on b8. When I place it on b8 in this type of King's Indian attack, I'm not usually leaving it on b8. But yeah, I don't know this player, who they are, where they came from, what their deal is. I think it's a Smurf account. Another Smurf account. That's a lot of bullet games. I'm obviously not going to have a chance to win in this tournament. I forgot to berserk again. I'm totally out of focus. I play the highest rated players every single time. That's the only thing about arenas that sucks is the pairing system, or lack thereof. I don't mind berserking, the point system, but the fact that the pairings are completely random, it's just unfair. One player might play Acerbate 10 games and another player plays me 10 games, That's by default, well, okay. You can't take it seriously. That's all. And it's hard. I like to take competing seriously. But it's better. It's okay for bullet chess, I guess. This time control. It's a little awkward. Discombobulator, where are you? I am tilted from losing the first game on time. And immediately I have to play. Okay, the other thing I hate about arenas is the stupid system where the higher rated players play each other. Is Acerbate now polar opposite? In what respect? Now are we talking? I didn't know we were similar in the first place. But Shamkovich predicted the coming of Acerbate. I told the story in the beginning. I know I pronounce Russian names wrong. Don't start with that. I'm in a bad mood. I lost my first game against a player who didn't deserve to beat me. And I wasted 30 minutes of my life on that game. I should make the tournament longer. I realize now that I made this tournament 2.5 hours, and it's probably too short. But I can't change that, can I? The setting. We can't lengthen the tournament, I believe. If I had to do it over again, I would make it a little longer. Because when you think about it, it's like, okay, I just played almost 30 minutes. An almost 30 minutes game. Literally almost 30 minutes game to lose on time in a drawn position where I was never worse the whole game. And now I'm playing another game. I'm going to play for 30 minutes. I like playing long games. Okay, I would prefer 10 plus 5. But the problem is we can't do arenas with increment. And arena with increment is stupid. And if I do Swiss, no one comes. So I mean, it's a catch-22. No matter what I do, like something isn't good. I make Swisses, no one plays, and if I make an arena, the tournament format kind of sucks. Knight d4. I started to convince myself I was playing Nefedov now because he's like chatting. I'm not playing Nefedov. I think I just didn't drink enough alcohol lately. I don't know what my problem is. Knight a5. Maybe necessary. The necessary evil. Knight f4 is a neat idea. A neat idea that would never work. What would... Man, I just remember that game Brishuk lost. Like, we followed a couple years ago. He was playing the Pomniachi. I don't remember why. It was like the World Cup, or we were watching it, and his knight got stuck on a5. Ugh. That was terrible. Definitely something to think about. Wow, that's quite a move you've got there. You're not overly concerned about any kind of tactic. Are you threatening me? Hmm. Guess this move needs to be considered and eliminated from any future consideration. The hell is going on here? There's a guy who like joined the team and unjoined, and it's just like, dude, I am not going to play games with you. If you want to join the team and unjoin and then try to rejoin, I'm not going to like accept you the second time. I don't know why you're doing that, but it's just like, okay, you had your chance. Fairness. Sac draw. Okay, once I offered a draw to make the Fermian in a pawn down queen ending when his flag was hanging. And he did what I did. He said, shut up, and lost on time. You know, but it is distracting, you know, when somebody offers you draw in that last seconds. I mean, in Nick's case, it was really irrational. Like, there was no way he was going to trade off all the material and do a draw or something. Now, I could have done that with a little bit of time left. In my game, I would have been able to force a draw there. But another 10 seconds. In Nick's case, it was a queen ending, and there was just no way it could end in like 10 seconds or whatever. Here I can trade off all the pawns and reach a dead drawn ending if I want. All right. Queen e3. Interesting move. And completely random. Pretty random? Completely random? Or not random at all? How would you guys describe Queen E3? Now, now that I timed out cold gold, there's nobody in the chat to talk. I'm sorry, guys. I really meant berserk every game, and when the stream started, I completely like spaced as usual. Who is in first place? Nefedov, of course. Not particularly known for his blitz skills, but this is rapid, not blitz. Remember. Even I'm having trouble remembering that. I lost the first game on time. I could see me losing on time in blitz, but how do I lose on time in rapid? You know, that's like in 15-0. How did I lose on time? I'm just like, it's just not occurring to me that, you know, it just didn't occur to me basically that I can lose on time. That's a thing that can happen, basically. What was the last move? Rook takes a1. Okay. Hmm. Who is in the first place? Nefedov. Who's on first? Discombobulator. Oh, the moves are coming faster now. The faster and the furious. You see, now our opponent he's more at home with 3 minutes than he is with 15 minutes. He only does bullet chess. 2,000 bullet games, 242 blitz. Now the question is, who takes with the king in that position? Dude, that's really weird. He took with the king. We expect him to take with the knight. Who's on first? I'm sorry I didn't berserk. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. And I'm sorry my opponents didn't berserk either. Because this sucks. You know, the point was to play with 7.5 minutes and be competitive here. Instead, I'm like a dumbass, and I use the full time. Mr. Bill. Guys, we're up to $2,042.32 in the donation bar. So we're really trying for master level here. Thanks everyone for bringing us up to $2,042.30. 32 cents, sorry. Nice even number. So where's the shot, the cheap shot here? Knight G4? That's not going to float, is it? You have Knight D5? No. Knight G4 drops a rook. That doesn't drop a rook. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but these first two games weren't meant to be played so long. I did not mean to do that. My apologies. I wanted to play 7.5 minutes with Berserk. And I was so upset after losing the first game. I just forgot the Berserk again. The weirdest thing is my opponent, who says he doesn't like long games, and he's not berserking. Aha. Mm-hmm. Nothing weird about that. Nothing weird about that game. Didn't take my rook. I don't think we're going to see any more games from that guy in this tournament. Alright, whatever. I don't know, I just don't have it today. Sorry. Just not inspired to play out winning positions where people don't resign. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, better to just play Blitz. Updates. Updates. No. No updates. Still the same number of teams as I checked. Alright, dude. I don't need people to like tell me how they could have won after having a totally lost position and I got like bored with the game. You know what I mean? I should just ban him. Like seriously, this guy is really annoying. What was the other? Is the other account you're banned on, right? The other account was banned on. Seriously, dude, just stop. Please just put in the move that was like winning from the totally lost position you had where you were like -5 and kept playing. And I just kind of got bored and stopped paying attention, you know, just waiting for the game to end. I don't understand why the hell would you not resign in a seriously in an arena tournament? Like what are you doing? Like I just got bored and the guy wouldn't resign. And then he's like telling me after the game about how he had a winning move at one point. I mean, yeah, dude, okay. Great. From the point where it was like -5 for me and I didn't win, I really don't care, you know? It's like what's the difference if it's a draw or you could have taken my rook at the end. Did you want to point that out as well? I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. Why would you not resign in a lost position in an arena tournament where time matters? And I forgot to berserk again. There should be like an auto berserk setting. Why is there no auto berserk setting? Jesus Christ. I did it again. Now, why don't you berserk, for Christ's sake? If someone else would berserk, I would remember to berserk. You're not berserking either? Why am I making the time control 15-0 if no one's going to berserk? I don't understand what we're doing here. The reason why the time control is 15-0 is so that people can berserk and still have plenty of time. I make the time control 15-0, and still nobody berserks. What? What is going on here? First, I lose a totally drawn position where I never had chances of losing. Then I draw a completely winning position. On a miraculous tactic, my opponent pulled out of his ass with queen d4 in a position he could have resigned. And then I forget to berserk again. Really in a good mood. Other than that, not really with a wild variation here. Now to try to tone it down a little bit. You might want to tone it down a little bit. I mean, this is a little too aggressive against the Najdorf. I don't know, Sexetra, what your obsession is with Nedog. You guys, are you like stalking him or something? Of course he's good. You have a Nedog obsession. I think he's overrated. So am I. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it. Damn, A3. He's gonna kick my ass. He's gonna kick his own ass with moves like that. Dude, seriously? A3? How bad is it? Self ass kicking. I'm slowly really sharpening up now. The first game I was only like plus 1, plus 2. The second game I was plus 5 or plus 4. And now I'm like, okay, we're up to plus 1. After just 12 moves. Yeah, of course we can play knight d5. Maybe he can play a4 and knight d5, Sanchez. You gotta play more actively. The Najdorf is no joke, man. I mean, you have no business playing the Open Sicilian if you don't have something good. You gotta have something against Najdorf. Nedog is... He's playing like someone who never faced a Najdorf or something. Or someone who plays the Mora Gambit on a regular basis and decided to play the Open Sicilian. I think that's what we're seeing here. I think we have like someone who's ashamed to play the Mora Gambit, who's trying to do his best to play an Open Sicilian. That's what it looks like to me. You know, he just like doesn't play, he doesn't really play the Open Sicilian, it looks like. This is a very strong position for black. I mean, I'm like clearly better. However, sacking the exchange... It's probably too much. You could do it. Now what am I going to do? If I don't sack the exchange... I didn't find... I just couldn't find my... All of my opponents are 2200. What? What's the average rating of the players in this tournament? Conspiracy? Just asking a question. How is it that there's 3 players in the tournament who are like over 2200, and I'm playing all 3 of them in a row? Okay, I didn't play you. You're like the 4th one. You're like 2100. You'll be next. Hmm. There's like 8 people who are under 2000, and I don't get paired with any of them. How does that work? Now, Netdog's position is. Ah. I should have sacked the exchange, probably. It's not that bad now, to be honest. I also don't know how to play the Najdorf. I thought I had a crushing position, but if I can't pull the trigger on that exchange sack, then what am I doing here? Uh-oh. 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 Wow. That's a nice move. What am I doing here? How did I get here? What am I doing with this beautiful wife? And this beautiful house? And this beautiful car? And not berserking 3 games in a row while the tournament's almost over. So stupid. Can I change the tournament to 3 hours? What? I can change it? Oh no! I just extended the tournament. You're kidding me. I didn't think I could do that. Can I do that? Wait a minute. Can he do that? Wait, is that allowed? Damn, that. Do you know where you are? You know when like a boxer is knocked out and they have to like give him smelling salts and stuff? You seriously have Queen D3 here? Man, I just keep missing. Just one miss after another. Swiss miss. Well, I'm having fun. Are you having fun yet? Nobody. Nedog must have turned off the chat because he would have noted my musical reference. So far, he identified Led Zeppelin and the Beastie Boys. Do you know where you are, sire? Rook C1. Secret move. At least Stedog, like, I'll give him credit, man, for playing a real opening, or trying to play a real opening. Anyway, our first opponent played. What did he play? The black side of the ultra boring Hungarian defense, and the second game was that gross King's Indian attack. At least not he played knight f3, but still he tried to play the English attack. Although it was kind of lame knight f3 variation. I admit to doing the same kind of stuff. Monka. God, this time control. It just sucks. I was never intending to play with 15 minutes. The entire point was 7:30. Somebody has to remind me to set my alarm to play to Berserk. I need to write myself a note like I have dementia. Berserk. I'll write it down. Berserk. And like stick it on the screen like this. I mean, what is wrong with me? That dog is like circling the wagons. Dude, are you making like forms with your pieces or something? Are you trying to make shapes or something? What is happening over there? In the white camp. Damn. So he's making snow angels with his pieces. This is just too weird. Stop making snow angels with your pieces. What are you trying to do, man? Oh no. Oh no. Pawn takes. Oh no. I'm gonna regret this. Hey. Hey everybody. Oh no. Do you wrap? Have you been known to wrap everything you have in like plastic bags? There was this kid that I played that had OCD really bad, and whenever he brought a drink, if he had like some kind of, you know, soft drink or juice, he had to wrap the product in like another like plastic bag and then like put a rubber band around the plastic bag. I guess it like keeps out the germs or something. OCD is not a joke. My queen is not really functional here. Alright, let's just do it. We'll just do it this way. But I need to get my queen in the game. I love ops-colored bishops. You know that. You guys know that. I know that. It's the Sveshnikov. The Sveshna Neidorf. It's a Sveshna Neidorf. Sveshnadorf. Now we have a problem. Sveschendorf. Oh. Oops. Alright. Master has that. Master had that move. But that's fine. It's It's a sharp Zwischendorf. Zwischendorf, f4. Nothing wrong with a good Zwischendorf. Damn it. Another epic game. I think I might be retarded. You guys just try hards. This queen has to play. Emmanuel Lasker. How the hell? Oh no. Seriously, does that work? What does that even do? Okay. Bishop b6. Aha. I have this. I'm not sure. It's very complex. All right, so f5. You can never be too careful. The pawn. It's like a chair. Pawn chair. It's a pawn chair. Oh my god. Rook queen e2, that was unexpected. Tricky with the queen e2. Not what I expected. Oof. Burial. The burial of my queen has been much exaggerated. Speaking of Bariola. Boreal. That bishop, after all that, it didn't even transfer to b6. Peter Barriolos. National Master. Senior Master. Life Master. Advanced Life Master. It sounds like you're like getting trained in like medical life saving. It's so stupid. Like Advanced Life Master. That's like you're an EMT or something. The dumb titles that the US Chess Federation came up with. At the Hungary-Scotland match, one of the players on the Hungary side broke his cheekbone. They thought he was like dying. Dude, imagine the force it takes to break your cheekbone. He crashed into the goalie and broke his face, basically. He needed an advanced life master. Quickly. Right, Mr. Coffee? Get in the box. Cube. Pawn. Cube pawn. Cubic. Triangles. Yeah, life, master of life. Knight h2. Mr. Coffee, somebody like added time to the tournament. Is that legal? I want to get paired with Astrobate like 3 games in a row. So far, it's been a disaster. I have lost a nearly winning position on time, drawn a totally winning position, and then this, which all 3 games took like 30 minutes. Berserk, berserk, berserk. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, trading queens is viable, but whatever. I mean, I probably shouldn't trade queens. Take with the pawn. Oh no. White slatchy square, dude. He was compressed into a little cube. But I guess black's not much better. Black's is not much better. Yeah. This is like goes beyond advanced slatchy squares. The slatchy squares don't take the pawn structure into account, and that's really, really important here. Obviously, slatchy squares are not, flawless deciding like who's better in a position. Not a flawless way of deciding. Again, clearly, this is not the kind of position you want to resign with white in an arena. Obviously. But where did he lose the game? Well, it's an interesting question. It was kind of gradual. It went in waves. He was much worse, then he was okay, then he was much worse, then he was okay, then he was much worse. It seems like Nethog, the Sylph. Sylph. He's a Sylph master. Oh my god, what a game. I won a game. I'm equal. I got 50%. I'm in 9th place. I feel like the Hungarian football team. No, Sack Sectron is in second. Zen Chess is winning. Undefeated 4-0. He warmed up with a win against Nedog. Alright, Nedog. So that guy who drew me, right? He like just left. Yeah, it's so irritating, dude. I knew he would do that. I want to block him. Nedog Burrito. Nefedov in 3rd place. Lost to Stapfarg and Stapfargensen. Berserk, berserk, berserk. People are forgetting to berserk. The time control is designed to berserk. I'm not going to forget this time. Now we're really running. I played 3 games. Zen Chess 4, Saxac Draw and Zen Chess are on their 5th games. Stefano on his 5th game. Stefano on his 6th game. 6th game already. The Impure King has played 6 games already. I've had like 3 games go maximum time. It's a disaster. Yeah, let's see. Just see the graph. I just want to see the graph here. It was like I was winning, then it was nothing, then I was winning again. I let you completely off after a really kind of lame opening. Oh! Discombobulator! If you beat Discombobulator berserking, he donates. I remember to berserk. Now careful. Careful. Slowly getting warmed up. Holding down fort. Don't stand down fort of Nedog. All right, I'll just tell you right now. Is this a good move? No. All right, now we're okay. So Discombobulator transposing. He's basically just transposing to the Paulson. Like nothing ever happened, man. He just plays every Sicilian. Start with D6, play the Paulson. It's completely normal. No, he plays the Scheveningen. Okay. Yeah, it just occurred to me. If you play nobody plays the Scheveningen. Nobody plays it, so I don't even think about it anymore. But honestly, I don't know about that. Now with more Najdorf. It's an A6. It's like a lactose-free Najdorf. Najdorf without A6. It's the Najdorf for the lactose intolerant. Now we're not fucking around. Both sides are playing quickly and bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's 2 plans. To put pressure on c4 or to try to play for b5. Aha! So you're playing for b5, but do you have it? Like, I don't see you playing b5 here. Not yet. b5 loses a pawn. What are you going to do? b5 loses a pawn. b5 loses a pawn. All right. Hey. Cartman. The other possibility there would be b4. Maybe I could try b4. He's getting frustrated now. Changing plans. He switched to plan B. Attacking the c pawn. I told you that was the other option. If plan A fails, go on to plan B. Right? Very logical. Uh-huh. Now what are you up to? Oh, the trash compactor. You like trash compactors, don't you? Hmm. Damn. Maybe this is okay. Maybe this is a mistake. Okay, I can play take with the queen and then bishop g5. Anything's possible. Trade, bishop f2. If I take with the pawn, I definitely take with the e pawn. And we go with the full trash compactor. The other option is take with the queen. All right, this is more. Oh, he didn't even like bother to stop and see what I played. That was like blind knight c5. He was just playing it no matter what. No matter what recapture I made. That's pretty funny. Knight c5 any. Not the first trash compactor. The discombobulator has faced. He's gonna have nightmares about trash compactors. Alright. Still not so easy. You're gonna regret that. Mm, mm, mm. Wow. What a neat idea. Bishop takes c5. Bishop takes c5. Pawn c5. b5. Weirdly interesting. That was a great move, man. Oh no. Not the Jesus guy again. What's wrong with these guys? Get out the pink juice. I mean, seriously, why do you have to like force your religion on other people? Dude, you missed the whole point, Discombobulator. You have e4 here, with your knight still on c5. What happened there? Man, that wasn't very successful. Why even waste our time, dude? He's here to troll us by forcing his religion on us. Um, Oh, you tried the warning feature. Against a religious zealot? Why even bother? They're already, like, brainwashed. It would take, like, extensive brainwashing to unbrainwash him. I mean, religion is fine, but don't force it on other people. By the way, what's up with Louisiana? Like, putting... Louisiana has approved putting the Ten Commandments in classrooms, but they support Donald Trump for president. So I'm sure that people, like comedians, have got on this, but how does that make sense? You have a guy who's broken every commandment. You want him to be president, but you want to put the Ten Commandments in the school classroom in Louisiana. Because that makes sense, right? I mean, the only commandment that Donald Trump hasn't broken is possibly like "Thou shalt not kill." But I'm sure he's a lot of like I'm sure that he's like indirectly killed people by doing really horrible things financially, led them to suicide or whatever. Um, no, unfortunately, I'm afraid that people don't even think that deeply. They're just drinking the Kool-Aid, man. The religious Kool-Aid. It's a cult, basically. All right, this is getting a little bit. That's a weird statement, dude. That you love the Pawnda Cam for reasons you will not disclose. Are you? You're not connected to the religious zealot guy, are you? In any way? That guy who was a very briefly, I made him a mod. Um, Stephen, the FIDE Master guy, the Filipino American guy, Steve Breckenridge. He's one of those like really, really obsessed with these. Yeah, Justice Bot, God Bot. He was really childish and kind of immature for someone who's like supposedly like a born again Christian. Very godly. He was awfully mean to the viewers for someone who's like a Christian. Okay, cue up South Park episode. All right. It looked like Discombobulator had some threats, but now it's like full trash compactor. In its trash compactor in its full beauty, really. It's just a full blown trash compactor. Oh my god. It's a Drown the Clown night. Oh no. Yeah, just a spot drinks the Kool-Aid. Actually, ooh, speaking of Kool-Aid, we haven't had time to talk about the fact that Donald Sutherland died. Which always reminds me of talking about Donald Sutherland reminds me of um The Alien movie. Please help me. Help me. Donald Sutherland. Alien Pods. Help me. Oh, Body Snatchers, right? Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Classic movie for younger people who haven't seen it. I don't know why, like, cult like Kool-Aid drinkers reminds me of Aliens and Invasion of the Body Snatchers. But it seems like something Body Snatchers would be into. I missed Donald Sutherland already. Dude was in some really major movies. He's no like Dick Van Dyke. I mean, Jesus, dude. The list just goes on and on. I think he was a really goofy looking guy too, in a way. Um, Not really, Brad Pitt or something. All right, except The Dirty Dozen. Discombobulator, correct. Congrats. So I'm up to 8th place now. We're really rocking it. Zen Chess just totally dominating. He drew Stefano. But I really like how that cold gold guy comes in, just plays me and leaves. At least Drown the Clown stayed in for the tournament after ruining my tournament. I mean, if you're going to ruin my tournament, at least stick around for a few games. Don't just, like, play out a lost position for 15 minutes and then leave after drawing me. Oh, no. What is G6? Not really a good move there. I could play a Mora. This is seriously inferior for black. We're in Astrobate territory here. Hopefully by extending the tournament, I'll be able to benefit from that. This is Astrobate theory. Theoretical Astrobate territory, although Astrobate normally plays... He would normally play, like, either e6 or bishop g7 here. Early Astrobate. Check. Discombobulator. You had it seems like you had some chances there. In that game, by the way. We should take a look at that later if we meet. Because I'm not sure that was a one-way victory for me. I feel like you maybe had some chances there. I didn't feel like I was crushing you in that game. More to the game than meets the eye, as they say. Hmm. I think maybe my problem is just that I can never open the windows, so there's no fresh air, no oxygen. I breathe like pumped in air from the air conditioner sometimes. I didn't go for a walk today. Does anyone else have any other good excuses I could use? Um, I just don't feel. I don't feel sharp. I just don't feel sharp. Maybe I didn't sleep enough. It's so weird. Like I didn't have a particularly like stressful day. Hmm. But you never know. You just never know. I just never know what I'm gonna get. Like one day I'm really sharp. The next day I just am like a zombie for no particular reason. Last night I had a headache. I rarely get headaches, and I had to take like a acetaminophen, some kind of acetaminophen. I thought, this is weird. Why do I have a headache? Better than friend. Jesus is better than a friend. I got a friend in Jesus, and he's got a friend in me. I went to Sunday school, Bible thumper, but that doesn't mean you have the right to force it on people. God damn it. Um, uh-oh. Good game, masturbate. Do you mean it? Did you mean it? Do you really mean it? Watch out for the exchange sack. Good ding. Ding, ding. He can do an exchange sack. Dangerous. Will Rogers. Will Rogers. Danger Will Robinson. Lost in Space was an old TV show, which was almost before my time. But I caught some reruns. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Where are you going? Lost in Space. Alright, time. Damn it. It's a tournament. Oh, it's a kid. I'm a kid. That's my job. Never thought it was like beating on the youngins. No mercy. He who hath no mercy. Masturbate now. Masturbate. Masturbate now. None of that now. Take your medicine. None of that. Accusations now against reliable players. You're a bad boy, Aspate. Don't do that. Down. Down. Discombobulator is legit. He doesn't cheat against me. He only cheats against you. Right. But if he's gonna cheat, he would cheat against me, not against you. I'm the streamer, man. People want to beat me. Why would people cheat against the lower rated players? Less likely. Uh, pass pass the Kool-Aid. Alright, I'm taking this pawn. Yeah, seriously. And this guy is playing super fast and not berserking. That's a great time. I love this. Pretty soon, my opponent is going to have like 3 times as much time. He has more than 3 times as much time as me in a lost position. They're waiting to pretend. They're waiting to get you, Astrobate. I told them it was okay to cheat against you. They're not people anyway. They came from the pods. They're pod people. He's a pod people. It's okay if he cheats. Speaking of giving pieces, and I missed it last move. Wait a minute. No, I didn't. I didn't. He just dropped it now. Okay, phew. I thought I. It's the pod people. Don't apologize. He's just a pod person. Pod people don't have feelings. I was tempted to sack my queen there. We're down to 1 hour. 1 hour remaining. Oh no, he saw it. Really, I thought I was gonna pull that one off. No. Oh my god. Oh no. The pod police. There's only one thing on Black's mind here. Can you guess what that thing is? Not only is he a lousy chess player, he doesn't have OCD, so he made the donation bar very uneven. Thanks, Hester, for the donation earlier. All right, we got an actual resignation. Wow, I'm in 3rd place. Look at that. Nefidov in 2nd. Nefidov, how do you play so many games? Impure King, Astrobate Pyra. So you got really low rated players at first, then lost to that, draw that, and then wins. Yeah, Nefidov got really lucky pairings in the beginning. Everyone was like under 1900. Zen Chess also, well, Nedog pretty tough. Drown the Clown, he beat. Zen Chess beat Drown the Clown, who I couldn't beat. How does Drown the Clown have only 8 points? He's not berserking. Sack Draw, gifting into one sub to Lol Dezo. Ooh, a rematch. It's rare you get the rematch so quickly. Alright. Wow, I never get black. Am I really going to play the Accelerated Queen's Indian? It's probably a bad idea. This is just a rapid tournament. You can also play the King's Indian and play the Accelerated Queen's Indian. Accelerated King's Queen's Indian. Oh, we had this already. Okay. So we had this already. And I don't remember what I did. Man, I hate when people do this stuff when you're black. I mean, when I'm playing the ready and they play this crap against me, it drives me nuts. But this is basically like an E3 Grunfeld, which is fine. Knight A4. I played the E3 Grunfeld, but in the E3 Grunfeld, we would normally put our bishop on maybe D3. White's problem here is that there's no good square for your queen. One of your problems. You don't really have a proper place for the queen to go, because you're essentially like taking it away by having your bishop on e2. In this type of structure, the queen would normally be best on e2. See? So you're essentially like losing a tempo to achieve that. So he's in e3, Queen's Indian, a tempo down. Oh. Now for that move, we need to have a like public shaming. Now here's the question: what would Sergei Kudrin do with black? What would a strong player do with white? You're not losing the exchange. You're gaining a friend. No. You're not really losing the exchange. Don't worry. There are lots of squares for your rook on the b file. Don't have any worries about that. I promise I'm not just winning the exchange. I don't even want your c3 pawn. What the? Batman, what are you doing? Batman. Is that a good idea? Do you think that's a good idea? So let me ask a question here. What happens if I play king h8? Did you think about that? Besides the fact that king takes probably wins for black. No, it was bullshit. I love a good bishop f7. Ask Danish Borosh about that. Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding. Alright. Life's too short for bullshit. Take with the rook. Yes. You're cheating. You know you're cheating. But only against the lowest rated players. It would be too obvious to cheat against me. You would get caught. Alright. That was silly. Why did you do that? I'm in second place. Very undeservedly, by the way. What's Neta doing today? Did he leave? He's playing Stapvargan. Oof. Maybe the best strategy offers Stapvargan early draw or something. Damn, Stapvargan is apt to play a really long-ass game against you. He specializes in closed positions. So even if you beat him, it's going to take like 30 minutes. No. But I mean, d takes c5 shouldn't be played by you. Unless you have a really good reason to do that. There was this, I told the story, there was this girl last year in a tournament I played, and her whole family plays chess, and you would assume like she would, be around the family and having everyone play chess. You'd assume like that she'd be a really principled player, but she did something similar against me, just like trading off her central pawn. I was like, what are you doing? You know how important the central pawn is? The more I teach chess, the more I realize how important the fundamentals are. Discombobulator. I mean, the d4 pawn is like, that's your most important pawn on the board. Taking on c5 in the Grunfeld is rarely good for white. Because even if you win a pawn, you have a really shitty structure. Like, there are many cases where, like, I was thinking about, like, honestly, if you don't do bishop f7, I may not even recapture on c5. I'll just play it like a Nimzo, where I have better structure. So that move shouldn't even enter in the equation. And if you stick to the fundamentals, you're less likely to do stupid stuff. If nothing else, by just, your luck. Basically, the fundamentals help you be luckier. Wow, sac draw versus Zen chess. What is that position? I should say Zen chess versus sac draw. Oh, Richard! Richard. Oh no, you guys destroyed. You destroyed Acerbate's numeric chaos with the donation bar. Richard III just donated $17.68. It was induced by Acerbate's chaos. $17.68, guys. That's 70. Now we're up to 2060, so I have $60 for for snacks and drinks. At the tournament. I like round numbers, and so do you. And so does Discombobulator. Oh my god, my time. Astrobate, I'm not cheating. Oh! I missed the berserk button. I was so close. Oh no. I was pressing it when he made his move. Okay, let's play a Marazzi. Thank you, Richard, for the donation. Guys, thanks to you, I'm able to play in this tournament, because honestly, if it wasn't for the donations, I couldn't do it. I'm basically broke, so at least for another month. I have no cash. I just play poker on the money that people owe me, and have no cash at all. So, what is this? Hopefully my apartment sale goes through, because I'm gonna go to Krakow with like just enough money in my pocket to get some snacks and drinks. And there's airport transfer. They should be picking me up, so I shouldn't have to pay for like a taxi. All right. Masturbate, nice job. You're correctly playing the Marazzi. So hopefully, guys, will be all right, and everything will be like all expenses paid. I have to pay when I get there. I have money saved up. Then when I get back, we'll get back to work. I come back the 12th of July, and hopefully I'll be moving by, the next week or so after that. We want to be moved and good by the end of July. And then I can maybe chill. I want to go to Romania to visit Transylvania, but I'm not going to make the World Senior as Efidov pointed out. The window for entering World Senior for September, but I really didn't like the move of the World Senior to September. Anyway, it doesn't really gel with my schedule. It was much better in October, November. So I think I'm going to just bail with World Senior, and we'll get back to business here. Astrobate's playing like Roman. Roman used to like to play the double fianchetto setup against Marazzi too. Right, once in a while. I mean, it's plausible. But if you study like Botvinnik's games, there's no way that it's absolutely correct to do this double fianchetto. I mean, it's just... I doubt it. Knight e5 is a really bad move. If we go back a minute, rather than knight e8, black should probably play rook c8. This is the way that Roman would play it in the old days, when I used to hang out with him. I never got into that double fianchetto setup, though. It's bad enough with white in English. But experiments here by Astrobate. It's funny that Goga Goga said, "But bad, I know English." No, he's talking about the language, not the opening. If you'd have his opponent in the chat. But anyway, guys, so World Senior Team Championship starting next week, and then we'll be back to Budapest on the 12th of July, and that's a Friday, so I should be able to stream on the 14th for a simul. Unless I'm like in the process of moving and have no internet. We'll keep everybody posted on that. So F5, neat idea. And usually very risky for black. Hey. Knight B5 is interesting. Can that be right, master? I was hoping to like burrow down into the D7 pawn. I was thinking of maybe playing F4. Dude, you have to take. Come on. Take back. I want to do a take back. You have to take on B5. What's he doing? Have I ever played the Accelerated Dragon with black? Every time I see like F5, I think of this horrible game I lost and why I stopped trying to play F5. I mean, it's still an important idea, but the point is like usually it doesn't work. F5 is almost always like not good because you weaken your structure too much. These lines, these nuts, net on. We love you too. So what are you saying? Like F4, Okay. What would Karpov do? Like Rook C2? Okay, I'm gonna play Rook C2 now. It's securing everything. It's SCP. Secure, contain, protect. SCP protocol. According to Mr. Coffee. G5. Retractable knights. The problem is he had knight f7 in a lot of cases, attacking my rook on d6. Where's the football fans tonight? No talk about football. Can we get England to like, beat on Slovenia maybe? You think they'll be motivated? The English football team? After already qualifying? The Hungarians really want to see like Slovenia lose. So if you don't mind beating on the Slovenian team, starting to play good football over there, Richard, and other England fans. Ooh, he insta took. That's a bishop. Did you get a permission? Permission slip. That was accidental non-berserk again this game. An accidental non-berserk. Yeah, I know it's hard to play chess and watch football at the same time. Well, nobody cares because it's like they're already qualified. But the English team has played really badly, and so I think everybody is kind of like, well, even if this game is important, are they ever going to start playing well? Because that might be important at some point, even if it doesn't matter yet. You might want the team to start playing well at some point before the end of the tournament. Um, even if they've already qualified for the next level. Um, but Hungarians are watching like, oh my god, I think there's other ways they can qualify, but the easiest is if Slovenia loses. Back to tournament. All right. Oh my god, I'm tied with Zen Chess. Guys, I absolutely do not deserve to win this tournament, so do not let me win this tournament. But we're back in contention somehow. I just keep banning all my opponents who like beat me or draw me, and if I do that, I'll have a better chance. I actually didn't. I was tempted to ban Cold Gold though. The comment about like he had a winning move at the end was like, okay, give me a break. You're losing the whole game. I mean, you're lucky you didn't lose. That's a bannable offense. Nedog was all over it, right? Yeah, I'm American. I'm starting to get into watching football. I know I've been living here for a long time. I told you guys I swore off football when I was like 7 years old. Soccer. I didn't soccer and karate just didn't do it for me. Only played baseball and basketball, and we would play other sports informally. But Saji became a chess player, not an athlete, and a bad one at that. All right, guys, 36 minutes still. I extended the tournament. Nefidov is just crushing it again against Imyor King. No, he's playing now. Nefidov's going to take the lead. Phew, what is that position? My god. Nefidov playing the Slav is what it is. The legendary Nefidov Slav. Slavyudov. I'd never come up with that before. That's a good one. Slavyudov. Pavel Slavyudov. Shliman Slavyudov. We could all be named after our favorite openings. Don 17 something. Why does my screen keep, like, bouncing up and down? I really want to change the layout so it's not broken like that. I could move the board over, but it depends on what I'm doing. Sack draw against Zen chess, guys. Zen chess with the crazy attack. It's like that guy who had f6 on me with 38 seconds left. The cold gold guy who has 2 draws against me. Mysteriously. The only 2 games he's played. That's an interesting position. Zen chess is like crushing black, but he's really short of time. And I would imagine any mistakes would also took on h6, which, you know, this is kind of a risky move for white. If you keep those pawns, like, connected or protected passer, you're kind of, like, guaranteed to win. But when you're getting low on time, you want to do something, and by taking on h6, he's increasing the chance that one of those pawns falls, and if they do, all bets are off, and it's not clear, like, if white is automatically winning anymore. I think we could see sack draw pull out a save here based on time and white's decision to split the pawns. Bishop b8 is a good move. Exactly. This is murky. I mean, I wouldn't want to have that position against Nefedov, though. Slavyadov. That sounds cool, Slavyadov. It, like, rhymes. I am Slavyadov. What does black do now? They're both under... They're under... Gonna wait. They're gonna be under 2 minutes. Both players are under 2 minutes now. So, I'm not going to give spoilers. But I see what I would... I think I see what I would do. Not so easy to find this move. Although, you know, maybe black's in trouble anyway. I mean, is there a big threat coming here? Black doesn't have enough counterplay. That's what I would play. But I'm still thinking it's not enough. The compactor. Yeah, it's a kingside compactor. Triceratops. It's like Triceratops. Tricerapons. White would have Tricerapons after pawn takes g6. That looks really scary. Tricerapons. But, you know, I think we gotta go for this. No, it's not so clear. There's no question. I mean, you have to. It's like, what do you do after you take on d5? How do you stop the Tricerapons? Jesus. Can he take? What do you do about Tricerapons? It just takes back, and then the Tricerapons just keep coming. I mean, Tricerapons is over. Like, if that happens, yeah. Oof. Okay. Okay. Okay, so black came up with a sensible plan. He sacked the exchange, and now it's a time scramble. The black is down in the exchange, and a pawn, maybe getting one back. Mm-hmm. Really nasty time scramble here. Black has 2 passers, white has a bunch. White has more time than black, and it's sudden death. This is like time for someone to offer a draw here, like drown the clown with 8 seconds left. Offer a draw. Good game. Good game. Anyway, from the perspective of a spectator, I thought it was a good fight, at least the end. Interesting position, but it looked like a pretty convincing advantage White had there. Going into that final stage of the game, Nef Idav is in 3rd place. Oh, they have tons of time. Look how much time Nef Idav and his opponent have. Look at this. 13 minutes, like half the pieces are gone. Where did all the pieces go? Dude, you guys have, like, you didn't berserk and you've traded everything in 2 minutes. It's, like, unbelievable. What the hell? Where is my opponent? Am I in this tournament? Alright, guys. Last tournament before Krakow. Let's see. There was a goal in England, but it was disallowed. They scored. They thought they scored a goal, but it got disallowed. Video replays are ruining all sports. Okay, so Nedog against Drown the Clown. That's an interesting game. Now these guys, nobody's berserking, and they used all their time. Wow. Go Nedog. Take out this clown. Doctor of Draw offers. Dr. Draw Dog. Net Dog. Net Dog against Draw Dog. The Doctor of Draw offers. Take him down. Man, Nedog, how did you do it? How did you get a winning position against this guy? What is that? Petrov? The D5. Black queen D5. Oh no. Wonder who would play that. Oh man. Castle early and often, Drown the Clown. Oh no, I closed the window. Oh no. Nefedov's ahead of me now. We have 25 minutes left. Give me Nefedov or give me death. Slavidov. No d4 for Slavidov. Any relationship between learning chess and impure king is purely coincidental. Definitely his Smurf account. Sand Viking is here. Sand Viking. Makes me think of sand people in Star Wars. The Sand Vikings. Saka goal disallowed. 0-0 Slovenia after 35 minutes. A little bit of bite about England. Uh-oh. Nefedov got white. With a little bit of bite. They're sustaining attacks a little bit more. Creating openings. Building a little bit of momentum. But the goalie for Slovenia is like from the Premier League, or so they have a really good goalkeeper. It's not hockey, Sludgy. All right. I tried to confuse Nefedov, but it didn't really work. He played knight c3. He didn't care. The Quinteros, and I didn't berserk again. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is going to be the end of the tournament, man. Nefedov is going to like stall and make me finish third if I'm lucky. Oh no. Once Nefedov won, right? You won the tournament once. At least once. Yeah, stall Nefedov, stall Yudov. But stall Yudov can't work. I'll just play fast enough so this game I'll beat you. You can't stall. And if I win, then I take second place. Stall Yudov. Slavio stall. Slavio Stolyadov. For short. This is funny. I had like almost the exact same game today where someone played the Bodler against me. That's funny. I looked at this position today, oddly enough. The chances of that are like 1 in a million. Literally like 1 in a million. I mean, it's so random. Just because I had a game that was like e4, c5, knight f3, e6. Different move order with an earlier bishop c4, anyway. And I thought, what would happen if I played queen c7? And I checked it with the computer. It's not that great, according to the engine, for black. It's basically like a Rossalimo with the bishop on c4. So this early queen c7, the engine didn't like it. It's just like, it's not so great. Close! Uh-oh. No goals yet. Come on, England. What is he doing? He's playing an open Sicilian with bishop on c4 against queen on c7. That's really crazy. Get your crazy on, Nefedov. This has been played, but only rarely, from what I recall. He's getting his full crazy on. Crazy on, Raytheon. 40 minutes, England 0, Slovenia 0. Come on, dudes. This collection of Premier League players should be able to score a freaking goal. How are you going to win the European Championship if you can't beat Slovenia? You should be warmed up by now. The answer is you're not. All right, Nefidov. Answer is who cares? So bishop c4 anti. Yeah, bishop c4 against the e6 Sicilian. You won't see too many games in the Opening Explorer with this. Very popular in lichess database, though. There's no overt way to like refute it, but it's just kind of like awkward for white. Slovenia, listen live. Keane and Bellingham getting frustrated. Oh no, he retreated back, so he's tempo down on a. Now he's a tempo down on a, well, what looks like a very normal variation. I'll take it. Velimirovich. Bastrikov variation, a tempo down. For white. Or is it like 2 tempi down? I mean, what happens? You go bishop c4, then back to e2? How many tempi down does that make you? Just asking for a friend. Hmm. I'm addicted to watching football now. Listening to it. Wow, so Slovenia wins the group if they win. Jeez. They have a really good striker and a really good goalie. Bishop g5, Nefedov. Interesting. What are you doing, man? I don't know what I should do. How can you play like this a tempo down? This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. He has no fear. He hath no fear. Zenchess is way out in front. So ain't nobody gonna catch Zenchess. He's winning the tournament. I'm down in 3rd place. Saxak draws right behind me. Stapvargan catching up to him. And he's playing a low-rated player. Zenchess is playing Netog. I have to watch the clock that I can win this game in time. At the very minimum, draw. "44 minutes are almost halftime. And 0-0. Is anybody... I can't believe it. Another 0-0 in European Championship? Do you think it's really going to be 0-0? Jesus. I don't know what happens to Hungary. I don't understand fully much of anything, to be honest. Alright, Nefedov. Now that's enough. That is quite enough from you. That would be quite enough. F you, Dov. He doesn't like when I make up funny names. Cheater Disco needs to go to bed now. Day was long. Good night. Good night, Cheater Disco. Thanks, Asterby, for hurting his feelings. What's rook d1 about? Aha. Aha. How about developing our pieces? You can always play d6, right? What's the problem? There's lots of problems. Mikhail Tal. I can't believe that white is a tempo down here, having gone bishop c4, bishop e2. Where's my tempo? You know? How the hell can he play bishop c4, bishop e2, and bishop f3 and still have a normal position? How the heck does that work? I just don't understand, you know? How's it even conceivable? It's not like I wasted time. I've made completely principled moves until rook b8, which honestly, I preferred bishop b7, but I had to stop e5. Okay, there we have typical move, threatening b4 or not. Knight d7. Well, now I can play a bishop move, for example. The a5, the b4 thing is coming in. There's also e5. That's a really bad idea. Yeah, e5 is the last thing I want to do at this point. Plus he has rook. His bishop takes bishop e7. If knight e7, bishop e7. There. So we want to be careful here about what we choose. Bishop b7. Slavyadov. So b4, bishop a7. And the knight is loose on c3. It really does feel like maybe rook b8 was a bit a waste of time. I can only afford to use like 4 minutes. If Nefedov stalls. Stalyadov. We have to beat him before 11 minutes. So I'm basically berserking even though I didn't berserk. If I want to finish in the top two. Saxec Draw is playing Richard. Richard, hang in there. Stall it out. Clown. I hope Clown's opponent stalls. Stavargan's not playing. Stefano's too far back. And Zenchess has an insurmountable lead. So the only thing that really matters is Saxec Draw Brenton. And Richard, you know, doesn't have enough time. Looks like that game is really shaky for Richard. So Saxec Draw is probably going to win. Going to put him ahead of me. So I definitely have to win. I definitely have to win. And we only have 4 minutes. So I don't have 10 minutes, I have 4 minutes. And we have to win. Period. Good night, Asterbait. You were a bad boy. Congratulations to Zenchess, the unstoppable. Stavargan just suddenly appeared ahead of me, so I didn't count on that. I don't know how he did that without playing a game. That's pretty interesting. 92 now? The heck? Threatening b4. Probably not a big deal. Oops, I hung my b pawn. I don't think this is such a clear decision by me that I should have done that. But we'll see. Probably okay. For example, knight b6, bishop a6 is playable. Knight d4, bishop a6, I'm saying. Ivanov cannot stall his way out of this. I only need 4 minutes. He decided to give up the dark square bishop. It's always a controversial thing. Wow. What is that? What the heck is that? I'm just choosing moves at random now. I hope it was a good one. I just was tired of protecting my d6 pawn. It's a little like my game with Netog. Very similar, really. Ultimately, the big pawn, the pawn step in the middle of the board. Pawn steps. Step and Vargan. God damn it. I have to drop a piece. I dropped a piece. Wow. After all that, I dropped a piece. I only have 3 minutes left. What a tactic that was. Queen g3 was check. Why didn't somebody warn me? I'm just down a knight. Down a knight, nothing but a knight, so help me God. Good thing there's an increment. What? Pigeon Stolberg. Oh no, Sanchez? What happened? Sanchez won again? Why doesn't he get more points? Oh no. Where's my queen? Alright. I sneaked into second place with a sleazy time win against Nefedov. Well, I was better before. Orbitus has no games. I can't accept that. Alright guys, last 2 minutes. The pairings are now closed. So Nefedov, that game's over. Sanchez is not playing. Segdraw is not playing. Stabergen. So this is kind of weird. There's very few games left. Oh, Learning Chess is back. So he's got like 2 accounts in the tournament. That's interesting. So you've actually got 2 accounts in the tournament. Where we've seen that before. There's that other account. This game still counts. I'm shellac. We're shellac, we count. Nedog. These guys are not going to finish this game in time. I don't think that's relevant. Drown the Clown is not playing. Nedog is done. Impure King. See what I'm saying? Is like Impure King I thought was learning chess. So the ratings are the same, and they play the same pattern of like millions of games, but not necessarily. All right. Just another player who happens to play millions of games. Asterbait got himself a win against Goga. Goga Fett. And Nefedov owes one training game. He owes a training game to Goganov. Night Owl. Pirate only made 1 game. Oof. That was a rough day. I can see why Asterbait was a little frustrated. But that's the thing, man. You don't give up. So Zen Chess, congrats. Is someone still playing here? Bobby Leader's out. Everyone's out. Just Stefan. Alright, so it's over. It's official. Zen Chess wins the tournament, and Slaggy shamefully sleazes his way to second place. Nedog, what do you have a problem with Nedog, man? He's easy to beat. Zen Chess is pretty tough. Zen Chess, what was his score today? Oh, he lost the last round against Nedog. Wow. I'm just kidding, Nedog. He lost the last round. Well, I mean, Zen Chess, I'm saying wow, because Zen Chess's rating has gone down. Like, his ratings were higher before. Nedog's like 2192, but Zen Chess was like 2300 on lichess. He reached like around 2300, so he's inactive and he's dropped a little here. You know, he could easily be 2003. He's around the same that strength as 22, whatever Saxite Draws rating is. Staff Argan played most of the tournament. Nefedov did well and played well in the last game. I sleazily like flagged him, but I had no other option, you know, just defending myself. Zen Chess Nedog, damn, dude. Speaking of cheating, who's cheating around here? Damn, Nedog really cheated in this last game. Damn, he smoked Zen Chess with knight b4, no less. Damn. You know, I don't think I've ever played a move like that in a Grand Prix attack. There's tons of examples where like that loses. You know, you're like grabbing this like rook on a1. It's like a Sunil Weramantry game or something. This looks insane. This totally looks insane that black can do that. Nobody in the right mind would play that move. Look at that. There's literally like 3 games in the database. One is a GM, another is an experienced IM, and another's like 2250, and none of them played knight b4. What's the center? Who cares? I'm going to play this computer move. Knight b4. Oh man, since just you defended the pawn. No. Oh, you defended the pawn, my god. Yeah. You gotta go like full Sunil here, dude. Like, alright, so Zenchus anyway, he lost one game, but he won the tournament. Very impressive. Very impressive. I was not impressive. I was shite. Even though I scored 6.5 out of 8. I played like crap the whole tournament. And I had to sleazily win games on time. So second place, I'm shamefully accepting. Saxite Draw with third. I'm sure he played better than me. Staff Bargain, Nefedov, Stefan, Drown the Clown, Shameful Draw Offers, Nedog. Nedog, you didn't play that many games. You didn't berserk. You just like didn't berserk any games. And then Impure King and Discombobulator with 10th. So you lost a game to Zen Chess. You weren't cheating in that one. Thank you guys for the donations. We're up to $60 extra pocket money for pocket money for. We're up to 2,060. I'm hoping to reach 2,200. Master level for donations by Sunday. Sunday's our last stream before the Krakow, so Sunday simul. Then we're out. That's a lot of cokes. Depends on where you are. It's not a lot of cokes, like, I don't know, in Bermuda. Alright, guys. But anyway, it was a tough battle. Zen Chess deservedly won it. I also added 30 minutes because I realized, like, the time limit. I mean, the time of the tournament was too short for 15-0. I think with 15-0, you got to have at least 3 hours. I made it 2.5. It was too short. I needed that extra 30 minutes to catch up after a bad start. So anyway, thanks everybody for playing. We're going to be back on Thursday with analysis stream. Learning Chess just submitted a game. Apparently he's a subscriber. All right. Thanks, guys. Yeah. And coffee. Yeah, a lot of coffees. I'm too fat to drink Coke. So Thursday subscriber stream. Please submit games for Thursday, and I'll see you guys then, Thursday night. And then Thursday, Friday, Sunday streams. Thanks, Nedog. Thanks, Mr. Coffee. Good to have you back, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Masturbate. Keep an eye on those cheetahs. Later, guys. Bye-bye.